Morning, happy Monday. This is Monday, the 24th of November. It is 8 o'clock a.m. and it is 36 degrees. Yeah, I need to cut that off, don't I? Now, that sun may be in our eyes, but I'll figure it out. I'll try to figure it out. If I can't, then I'll just shut up. So this is going to be a ride and talk video, or sit and talk video, whatever you want to call it. I'll tell you about the weekend and we'll go from there. Dave and I rode to Charlotte Saturday, to the Queen City, and we went to a store called At Home, and I'm sure that a lot of you know what At Home is. You've probably been there. I'd never been there. You know, I live in the boonies. So, is that a parking place down there without a sign in it? It sure looks like it. We'll find out. Anyway, that's where I went because I've been seeing Chris the girl. Oh, look. Look. It's a parking place. We'll probably have to find something so we won't be blinded by the light, but I'm going to cut you off. Okay, I tell you, it's hard to see when that sun's in you, blasting in you. I don't know why. I just can't see in the sun anymore. So I see we got a bunch of men out here working on the fence. They gonna fence me in, y'all. I'll really be in a prison job then. Anyway, we went to Charlotte, went to At Home, and I had seen Chris the girl go there many times. Of course, she was shopping for spooky stuff and some Christmas. She is doing spooky Christmas. And I'm not going to go into how I feel about that. But hey, it's her house. She can do what she wants to. And I was amazed. I mean, I knew it was going to be big, but I had no idea it was going to be that big. You need at least a solid 8 hours if you wanted to go through it. And I knew Dave didn't want to spend 8 hours in there. And of course we didn't get there till around noon because I didn't want to be in a hurry. And we took the long way because when you take I-77 to Charlotte, you never know when you'll come up on an accident and you're going to be sitting there for hours. If you go the back way, then normally you're not going to run into that problem. I'm not going to say you can't, but 9 times out of 10 you won't. But on 77, I'd say half the time you will. So I rarely go 77 anymore in Charlotte. Okay. Now, I bought some ornaments, not many, and I'll insert some footage in this video of me being there. You know, there again, I tried to vlog, but I just don't know what the heck I'm doing, y'all. I don't know. It's like I panic. And I don't hold the camera right. And I've got to get back out my DJI camera and try to do it with it. And I'm going to go practice at the Dollar Tree. So y'all may see a bunch of Dollar Tree ads. I got 3 Dollar Trees here in town now I can go practice at. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start practicing at the Dollar Tree. And hopefully I'll get better. Hopefully I will. Because it's a shame to let that DJI just sit there because I'm afraid of it. I don't know why I'm afraid of it. I guess I'm afraid when I have to edit it and all that stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start practicing at the Dollar Tree. Maybe by 2026 I can get there. But anyway, of course what I wanted was, and I don't decorate the yard, and I knew that I would end up having to hire somebody if I wanted to do all this stuff in the yard. And that's a lot of money to hire somebody to decorate the yard. Then they have to come and take it down and all that stuff. Because Dave's just not able to do it. I mean, I hate to say it, but he's just not. But they had a Scrooge that I loved. And it's not that I'm a Scrooge, but sometimes I can be. So I saw that. Now Dave decided he wanted the Scrooge tree. So he got a tree. And, you know, I've got a good tree at home. But, I mean, my thing was I had to find it because I didn't know where it was at. I mean, I knew it was in the basement, but I couldn't remember where I put it in the basement. The basement's as big as the house. So, you know, I had to go through all that stuff that I'm hoarding. But I found it. Because I decided that if I couldn't find it, I was going to buy me a white tree. You know, just the old white tree. And I actually would love to have the old-fashioned silver tree. But it's probably a little late to try to find one of those. Unless you can find one at a thrift store or something. And I'm not ready to tackle the thrift stores with me vlogging. So I did that Saturday. We went to Lupie's, which if you watch me for a while, you know I love Lupie's. If you've never been to Lupie's in Charlotte, you know, if you're near Charlotte or whatever, I encourage you to go. If you like chili, now, they have other food besides chili. They usually have a special, you know, like Saturday was baked spaghetti and something else, but I can't remember what. Of course, they have hamburgers, hot dogs, nachos, you know, stuff like that. Now, I don't think they have chicken wings, but I'll have to try to insert the menu or give you a link to the menu. But I encourage you to go. I mean, to me, the chili is the best thing. I mean, I've never had chili like that. I'm talking about the Texas chili that they have. There's no tomato sauce in it. And it's just, I mean, but it's spicy now. And a little goes a long way. So you can fill up on it real quick. You get beans and all that stuff. And you can get sour cream. But I don't really want the sour cream. And I ate just a small amount yesterday. And I'll eat on it probably all week. Even though I know that that's not really considered, you know, low carb. But I mean, it's not high carb. There's a lot of beef in it. There's not near as many beans as it seems. Now, if you eat the chili spaghetti, yeah. But I'm just eating the chili. And it's on, for those of you that don't know where it's at, it's on Monroe Road. It's been there forever. They have started they're not open at 9 anymore. They only do daytime hours. And I think it's 12 to 4. So it's only pretty much lunch. And I guess early dinner. So you have to, and they're closed on Sundays. Maybe closed another day during the week too. Because like I say, I don't know who actually runs it now. But it's, you know, unless somebody takes over, I would say the family is, you know, probably my age or older. They won't have it forever. They used to have one in Huntersville, which was closer to us, but they shut it down when the city kept going up on the rent. Because, you know, Huntersville's a trending city because it's on the lake. Anyway, it's just, like I said, it's hole in the wall. A lot of people don't know it's there unless they know locals. Because it's a local place. It's not, you know, anything that is trendy or anything like that. And that's the way I like it. So, but anyway, that's where you need to go if you like chili. If you don't like chili, then don't go. All right. Now, what else we do? That's about it. That's about it. We didn't do anything yesterday. And weather-wise, I hope Nomadic Fanatic is paying attention to the weather. I think he is. You know, sometimes I think he looks at the weather forecast and he tries to go to those areas. Because they've been talking about this for several days now, that this was a possibility of some active weather down in Texas. So, and a lot of storm chasers are going. That tells me that if they're going, they must be fairly certain something's going to happen. Now, whether it's major, I don't think so. But, you know, them little pop-up tornadoes, they can do some damage. So I hope that Mr. Tater is paying attention. I'm sure we'll get some whining from him. You know, he'll say that he brings it out, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, he could have went around it because they've been talking about it for several days. Anyway, I think what he's doing is he's going just a little bit, and I think he's afraid it will overheat, so he's only driving so much every day. With the big bus. The big bus. All right, what else do I have to say? I did see Tim in that crazy looking bike thing, which I guess is a good thing because, you know, I mean, it's better that he wears safety gear than not. But I will insert a picture here of the one that was on the website, the Amazon site where he bought it, that he probably looked at the guy that was modeling and said, oh yeah, I look just like that. So I'll insert that here. And I'm trying to be nice, y'all. I really am. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. Oh, Darling put up a great video. I let Darling do my dirty work for me. She don't mind. I know she don't. So, but she put up a great video. If you hadn't watched it, I'll link it below. I saw where in Pigeon Forge at the island had their Christmas tree lighting ceremony. A lot of vloggers were there. And Yankee in the South was there. I saw Venture is out there was there. I saw North Carolina Memory Makers was there. And a bunch of people was there. You know, all I can say is I'm envious. I wish I could have been there with you, but I wasn't. So I got to go to work, y'all. I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so very much, and I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.